Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day. But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Traveler, Paimon.
Cyno! It's been so long since we last saw you!
Welcome back to Sumeru City. I'm delighted to meet you again. So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the Biryani factor. You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Oh, darn, he said it.
Oh.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
I'm sorry. I'm
Alright, here's your 500 Mora.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 Mora.
Hey, 500 Mora is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can,
Such enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind me?
What? No! Alright.
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the All right, follow me.
no.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Huh? Cyno's teacher isn't...
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. Oh, my goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all. That's right. Let me summarize. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million Mora at the back door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences. Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
I'm
There
sorry.
were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Paimon's ready too.
All right, take a look.
Hmm.
Very good.
Another thing is, some of these strokes look kind of blurry.
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained, almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia? Wait, check this out. Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water.
A colored liquid.
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arof.
Arav. Ah, there he is.
Sorry about that.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Oh, one last thing.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest to meet.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into...
Will do.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, yeah, they've
You're right, Paimon.
Really?
The culprits approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, and crucially, the culprits said they'd be watching the professor's every move.
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you!
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter.
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden. For someone wrecked, there are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all.
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
Smiling and smiling like I'm
There are
not.
coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water. Closing off the exits to the cafe was a red herring all along.
You can't pin this on me! I haven't done anything!
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. Your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price.
Well, that was over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was...
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Ratap.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30.
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives.
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can...
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of mora. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink, and
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha...
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept it for himself, and Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for words.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor...
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish.
Oh, come on. I was clearly...
Okay. Where does this go from...
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could...
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and all it costs me is a little...
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parent.
Correct.
We looked into the family.
Oh, what a... You don't have to seal the evidence away yet. We have to show them how serious...
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka.
Oh, so you'll be able to close...
Give or take, cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus.
And isn't Tainari in town at the moment?
Wait, you mean Tainari's in the city?
He is. Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at the... Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tainari.
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. Anyway, go on now.
Please show me your credentials before borrowing.
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Retawa. They were students at the time.
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take it bad.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I thought I heard...
Oh, Kave, it's been a while.
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir.
Have you eaten yet?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway?
Consolation, more like.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there.
I can't believe how young the guy is.
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
If this were my son, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Luckily, I'm also an extreme...
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here, too?
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now.
Oh, too tasty.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to...
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master...
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I...
No problem at all.
I'll see you all later.
Good night, Professor.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children.
Take care, have a safe...
All right. Now...
What do you mean, us time?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought...
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun! Paimon's in!
Right? It's been so long.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the south. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip.
You got it! We'll be there!
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Nah, I'm not good. Okay, that'll work.
Time to set off! Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others!
Oh my god. There we go. Here we go.
Wow, you guys are ahead of the game! You set up...
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
You got it! Dinner's on us tonight!
I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go! They think of everything!
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
Oh, cyno.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye.
She sure made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass? My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
Oh, good.
Excellent! A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh.
Oh, of course.
But It looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now. Let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood. Spice it. There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks the
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can...
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always. Oh, it smells so...
Someone sure is desperate to eat. I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers?
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who...
Oh, that was so delicious.
I ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon.
Tonight, I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Good night.
Oh, Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The Staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Wait, you were actually being serious about...
It's a very powerful weapon.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of...
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. But right now, it's time to rest. I think they should all be here.
Traveler? Paimon?
Look at this.
What the? What's this sword doing here?
Evidently.
Huh? What? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! Oh, hey them, Kave!
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our...
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning. Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are...
They are.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of...
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for...
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take...
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye. Give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right. So we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Al-Haytham figured you were probably with time. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that
Is everything okay? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, at least, that's what they tell the outside world. Historically speaking, by contrast, none of the academia temples
So the Temple of Silence...
It's possible.
So, how do you know all this?
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept...
Oh, yeah?
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the...
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of the Student's only 16, and doesn't have any family ties to the desert?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's... Still, we should try to catch up with him.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta,
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Sounds like a plan.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Then let's go look for him there.
Here we are. This is the place.
We might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zaha Hadid!
Wow, so it really is you. My good...
We're looking for Cyno.
Yes, not long ago, in fact. I told him the old fool left Earth. It must have alarmed.
Well, if Cyrus isn't...
Professor, did you hear that a student...
Why, yes. When I left the house I could tell something was troubling him. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the...
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop...
Oh, dear. What on earth has that... Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon... My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affair.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and...
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah,
We went to Cyrus's house.
he didn't say where he was going?
No, he left us a lot...
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found...
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business. Uraka was intrigued when he heard...
I see.
So, how do we find this guy?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man...
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Court of 30 and also, Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence and the true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia. The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia,
and ended the partnership. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods. At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The academia of the day knew that the...
Not only that, but they...
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the...
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why...
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was...
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities.
Since the desert is where the temple...
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous...
Everyone, I have news from the Corps of 30.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tyna.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler in Paimon. Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebat. I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Corps of 30 in this. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side... everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back safely.
Need our help? Whatever you...
Really? Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Tainari, you're planning to go into the...
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay.
Well, if you're sure... Okay.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can catch up with...
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Rebat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the...
Hold on. Look...
Is that Dia?
You sure you want to brave the desert alone?
It's not my first time.
Cyno!
If you're really going to go through...
Makes sense.
Thought we might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought I had a good lead on you.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your...
Nothing personal. It's just a...
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Rebat. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Dia and Candace! So nice to...
You're looking well. Glad to see it. Candace and I came to Caravan Rebat on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case, but let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you...
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing...
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if you...
My thanks to...
Come on. No need to get all...
That's a deal.
All right.
Yes, we'll handle...
All right. Then we'll leave...
And don't think you'd be...
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
I might have to end the this live stream here. I might, but not definitely, because if there's another stopping point, I will end it, but like, not now. Here. Oh, hi!
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
Go.
So, after you...
Clear...
Do you have any connection?
Due to my unique... But my memory of that time is hazy. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. I did not recognize that symbol at all.
Yeah, you're right. Thank good...
But Cyrus must...
I suspect so too.
Well, speaking of avoiding things...
I am a... Or rather...
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not. So...
Fair enough.
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Hello.
Mahamat.
I'm looking for someone. So I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of Aru village.
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast. Then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. He said he was headed somewhere near an oasis, but he didn't mention which one. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading in the...
I have one.
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much.
You've got a really good memory.
You're quite welcome. Best of luck. I hope...
Okay. Me.
Hold on.
Do you think it's safe to ask?
Should be. I'll go...
No. I'll do it.
Huh? Why can't Cyno?
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Ooh.
Hello there. I hope...
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him.
Oh, boy.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if...
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too.
Ooh.
Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone.
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
I'm sorry I've been laughing like a few times during this, but I mean, it's fine though.
No need to hide it.
I thought you were a group of...
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey, hear that guy?
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the...
All right. Come with me. All of you. Don't you want to find your friend? Silver-haired, long robe.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please step back.
Whoa, something's coming out of the ground!
Oh.
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden?
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
Is this...
All good question.
I would said like when I started, but I don't really know, to be honest. My friend told me about this game, and he said that I'd like it, and actually, I gotta say, it's a very, very good game, and I did ended up liking it though.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to...
Sorry if I don't like talk a lot,
Ooh, Paimon's scared.
but yeah.
They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is...
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too. Hope...
guess I can continue. Okay. I might have to end the live stream here because I do gotta go somewhere. But I'll be back on in like I'll be back to live streaming in like a little bit. So, yeah. I'll see you all in the next one, though. Oops. Oh my god. Sorry.